Whites Army, are you ready for this absolute madness? What's happening, you beautiful Whites fanatics? Get yourselves strapped in because what I'm about to tell you will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about this mental summer transfer window. We're talking about dreams being crushed, legends walking away, and battles for our biggest targets that will make your head spin faster than a Bielsa training session. I've got 3 absolute bombs to drop on you today, and trust me when I say this, each one is going to hit you like a thunderbolt straight to Elland Road. We're talking about a world-class manager who just rejected us, a player we're desperate for who's now in an all-out war with other clubs, and a departure that's going to break your heart but also show you what this club is really about. So smash that like button right now if you're ready for this roller coaster. Drop a comment telling me how you're feeling about all this chaos, and make sure you're subscribed because things are about to get absolutely mental in West Yorkshire. But before we dive into this madness, let me ask you this. What happens when the manager everyone wanted turns his back on Leeds but opens the door for someone else to steal our biggest target? Well, you're about to find out, and it starts with a Portuguese mastermind who just made the biggest mistake of his career. Right, Whites Army, here's the first punch to the gut that nobody saw coming. Jose Mourinho, yeah, the special one himself, has just turned down the chance to manage our Leeds United. Can you believe that? Parag Marafis stood there at our championship parade telling everyone he was backing Daniel Farke. But guess what? That was only after Mourinho said thanks but no thanks to Elland Road. The Portuguese legend looked at our project, looked at what we've built, and decided he'd rather stay in Turkey with Fenerbahce. But here's where it gets absolutely mental. Now that he's staying put, Mourinho is going to war with us over our 25 million target. We're talking about Daisen Maeda, the Celtic machine who banged in 33 goals in 51 games this season. This Japanese wizard has been on our radar for months, but now Mourinho wants to drag him to Turkey instead. Think about this for a second. Mourinho turns down the chance to work with Maeda at Leeds, but then tries to steal him away from us anyway. The audacity! The man who could have been building something special with us at Elland Road is now our biggest competition for one of the most exciting attackers in Europe. Maeda himself has even opened the door saying you never know what's going to happen next when asked about his Celtic future. With our Tanaka already at Leeds, we thought we had the perfect Japanese connection to convince him, but now we've got the special one whispering sweet promises about Turkish adventures. This is what happens when you reject Leeds United. You end up fighting us for the same players anyway. But the drama doesn't stop there, because while we're battling Mourinho for our Japanese target, another door has just swung wide open. Hold on to your scarves, Whites faithful, because this next development is absolutely massive. Remember Emi Buendia, the Argentine magician we tried to get in January but lost to Bayer Leverkusen? Well, guess what just happened? The German champions have just said no thanks to making his move permanent. Daniel Farke has been tracking this man for ages. We all remember how Buendia broke our hearts when he chose Leverkusen over us in January, talking about how appealing the Bundesliga was and how they were the defending champions. Well, look how that worked out for him. 11 games, 2 goals, and now they don't even want to keep him. Aston Villa are ready to let him go for just £17 million. That's pocket change compared to some of the ridiculous fees being thrown around these days. This is a player who knows the championship inside out from his Norwich days, who's worked under our system, and who could be the creative spark we desperately need in the Premier League. The best part? While Leverkusen are walking away, we're sitting here like vultures ready to swoop in. Farke knows exactly what he'd get with Buendia. Experience, quality, creativity, and that South American flair that could unlock the tightest Premier League defenses. But you know what's eating at me? The fact that we might have missed out on bigger fish while chasing these opportunities. Because while we're celebrating potential signings, we're also saying goodbye to someone who embodied everything this club stands for. Right, Whites Army, get your tissues ready, because this one's gonna hurt like hell, but also fill you with so much pride you'll be singing Marching On Together until the sun comes up. Josuha Guilavogui, our French general, our Uncle Josh, our persona de luz, as Junior Firpo called him, has officially left Leeds United, and the way his teammates said goodbye will make you understand exactly what this club means to people. This 34-year-old legend joined us in October when everything was falling apart, when injuries were piling up, when people were writing us off again. He made just 18 appearances, most from the bench, but his impact was so much bigger than any stat sheet could ever show. Look at what his teammates wrote on his shirt after that title-clinching win against Plymouth. Joel Pirro called him Bruder, Papa, Leader Machine. That's brother, father, leader machine for those who don't speak German. Brendan Aronson joked about him being the best Mario Kart player here. while others thanked him in Spanish. Gracias por todo. Thank you for everything. But it was Firpo's tribute that really got me. Josh, I'll miss you. In Spain, we call people like you persona de luz, person of light. This is what you mean to me. God bless you and your family. Love you, Jefe. And now here's the kicker. AC Milan's 7-time Champions League winners are circling like sharks, ready to take Firpo away from us too. With Iglitare as their new sporting director, they're targeting our Dominican left-back as their priority signing this summer. Think about this. We're losing the man who brought our squad together, and now we might lose one of the players he impacted most. Firpo's contract expires this summer, and while we're in talks, Milan are ready to offer him Champions League football and Serie A glamour. So here we are, White's Army, standing at the crossroads of our Premier League return with more drama than a Netflix series. We've got Mourinho stealing our targets, golden opportunities falling into our laps, and heartbreaking farewells that remind us what this club is really about. But you know what? This is exactly what being a Leeds United fan is all about. The chaos, the emotion, the uncertainty, the absolute madness of it all. We're not just a football club, we're a family that fights together, celebrates together, and yes, sometimes cries together. Fark has got his work cut out for him this summer. We need a right back, a left back to replace Firpo if he goes, a creative midfielder, a striker to support Pirro, and maybe even a goalkeeper to challenge Miselia. That's a lot of boxes to tick before we kick a ball in the Premier League. But if there's one thing I know about this club, it's that we never do things the easy way. We'll probably sign players nobody expected, lose players we thought were staying, and somehow end up with a squad that's either absolutely brilliant or completely mental. Maybe both. The transfer window opens on June the 1st, and you can bet your last quid that it's going to be the wildest ride of our lives. We've got Champions League winners trying to steal our players, rejected managers competing with us for targets, and opportunities that could change everything. So I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you excited about the Buendia opportunity, heartbroken about Uncle Josh leaving, worried about Firpo joining Milan, or are you just ready for whatever madness comes next? Make sure you're subscribed because this summer is going to be absolutely mental and you don't want to miss a single second of it. Marching on together. What do you think will be the biggest shock of this transfer window for Leeds United? Drop your predictions below and let's see who gets closest to the madness that's coming.